wish I had a cigarette, man.
With the congregation on shot colors, I was sold in iron, sharp desire, but your judgments is over me. Honesty souls for the common dollar. With the congregation on shot colors, I was sold in iron, sharp desire, but your judgments been showing me. I swear I think I'm the only one witnessing a great lie unfold. Keep your little skin, pay it forward, don't pay it all. Name your wine, name your riddle. Name your wine, name your riddle. Right while it was said you can't serve two masters. Yes, you call me the bastard son.
Yo, shout out to this band, man.
Blows anyone opposing your rules, casting them like they're exiled. Honesty souls for the common dollar. With the congregation on shot colors, I was sold in iron, sharp desire, but your judgment been showing me. Honesty souls for the common dollar. With the congregation on shot colors, I was sold in iron, sharp desire, but your judgment's been showing me.
That's freaking awesome. What a way to start the show.
Hold
Welcome
on,
to
Yeah.
that
Well,
was,
what's the name of that band, man?
That band is called Heirloom. They're from Raleigh, North Carolina, and Heirloom, Heirloom, is it Heirloom? It's silent, I'm sure. So Heirloom, if you're watching, I gotta have you on the show.
Yeah, shout out to fucking Heirloom, man. That shit.
Yeah, that's badass.
That's it,
Badass. I'll
hard.
send you their stuff on Instagram. It's tight. I like it a lot.
That might have been the heaviest song you played on there in the intro.
No. The Hated is the heaviest song I've ever played on here.
That's true. Yeah, don't.
That's Harmon's band.
Yeah.
I have to say that. I have to.
That track was dope though.
Welcome to the show. I had some glitches on the last show with I don't even remember who. Oh, we had the band from Charlotte.
Yeah.
You say the name, Harmon. You're better at pronunciation than I am.
Nah, it was like mono.
Chopsis.
Mono Chopsis.
Yeah. Thanks to those guys for coming on. They were cool. I that sucked about that episode. But I'm glad Harmon took control and he helped me out greatly on that because I was running around everywhere trying to fix it. So hopefully Damien's with us from L.A.
What up?
Lead vocalist of Reddstar. Welcome. Nice to have you on the show, man.
I appreciate you guys having me, man. You know,
We did have a couple glitches before we went live, but I think I got it figured out. Everything's gonna be fine. We're gonna have a great show.
I thought you said we had a couple bitches before we went live.
Well, I don't have that kind of pull yet, but I hope to eventually. You know what I mean? Like have them like sitting near me.
Just hanging out. They don't even say nothing. They're just sitting there.
Tickling my thighs, you know, things like that. You know, that's the dream. You
There's
know,
a pull in the background.
Yeah, what? A pull?
Right behind you.
I'll do the show from like a yacht with really good internet.
Yeah.
And have him dancing on something on me. You know.
Fuck it.
Talk about it now. It's not like I'm anywhere close to there. So, damn it! Hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. That's the only way I can get to there. Well, I don't even know if that'll work, but do that. Punch it and don't hurt yourself, but you know it helps for something. I'm up to 218. So we gained. We had 212 the other day, Harmon.
Yeah, we're gaining ground.
You're not pushing very good here, man.
I try.
And
I tag that shit every day. Every day.
you do, yeah. You can share it to your story and stuff.
Yeah.
I appreciate you coming on, Herman. I keep bumping the thing. I'm sorry. I'm used to my phone being up on the thing, and I don't know what happened with the new Apple update, and it's not my fault. So I don't need to. I'm not going to be a Karen or a Darren or whatever. And
Kevin,
because it's not me. It's them. It's definitely them. I'm doing everything exactly right, and there's everything's anyway. So actually, Harmon got me in touch with Reddstar. He said, I got a couple bands I think you'd be interested in. And I don't really have to be interested in any of the bands. I don't have to be interested, like music-wise. Like, I don't have to be interested in their stuff. I just like meeting people, That's why I did the show, and I like promoting people's music that's not huge, And so Harmon got me in touch with you, and blah, 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 here you are. Or bada bing, bada bang, I think is what they say. Bada bing, bada bang. So what's going on in Reddstarville or something?
Yeah, man, we just put out our first EP. It's called Renegade Music Volume 1, on all the bullshit. We also just did technically our first headliner in LA, where the band's based, at the Whiskey. That shit was fucking so sick, man. It was packed out. First time I had like a legit green room, so that was cool.
Oh yeah.
So
That's
yeah, man, we're kind of doing this crazy scheme where we're putting out like a song every 6 to 8 weeks, man. We're just fucking going in, putting our fucking nose to the grind. So
tell me a little bit about, like, you mentioned the bio, but you could probably tell a better story about going and recording and who you recorded with, and over in Fort Wayne.
Yeah. So basically, it's funny, right? The first time I ever even met any of these guys in person that is in the band was actually when we all got in a room to go record for the first time, which the first batch of songs and stuff that we did was with the guy named Sahaj Ticketin, who is the vocalist of the band Raw, and he's done everybody and everybody, man. So like he's worked with Lejean from Seven Dust. He's done stuff for Nothing More. He's done, and he really help take the band and mold it into essentially what it's turned out to be. And it was definitely an interesting experience, because I've never been in a band where the first time we met was to actually fucking record the song.
How did you know how did you guys know each other? Just from like online? Or
ironically, they all knew each other. The drummer who used to be in the band, he's actually the one who me and his group were under the same management, and basically we would bullshit online and stuff. And then right in the middle of like the pandemic, like when just everything was hitting the fan, he was like, "Hey, so we're me and this group of guys, we're working on this other project just to kind of keep ourselves busy while everything's kind of shut down." And then once they sent me the shit, I was fucking into it. I sent them some stuff back. They liked it. And then we just kind of took it from there. So it was very interesting. Everything was basically on the internet until we got in the room for the first time out in Fort Wayne.
What was it like? Was there one, and you can say this since the rest of them aren't on here. I mean, I'll probably watch, but I can edit it out, but I won't. I can't because it's live. But since they're not on here, you can talk shit. So is there when you got there to meet them, was there one guy that you're like, I don't know if this is gonna work? Like one guy that was just really, really annoying, or just something was you just didn't know. You didn't say anything because you just met. But was there? I mean, you don't have to say names, but like, was there one? That way they can bug you about it, and they can be like, which one were you talking about?
Yeah. I mean, it's fucked up, man. It's we just had to handle some paperwork and stuff. We'll put it that way, and part of it was not bad mouthing the one individual. So it's very ironic that we're talking about this. So I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to get. I don't want to fuck this up legally.
Don't know who they are. Yeah.
But they know who they are, because everybody that was in that room that day
was this person you?
It was me. I'm actually not even in the band anymore. That's
hilarious.
But yeah, I'll keep
that, yeah.
I'll keep it at that. We'll just say just enough.
I like to ask sensitive questions when there's other members of the band missing. That's the time, that's the time. But then you got to think about they're probably watching, or they will watch.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I'll say this. I'll say this in a positive manner. Because I was in another group at the time before I started playing with these guys, and it was the first time I ever got in a room with people that all have been in previous bands that had a decent level of success, and done pretty legitimate tours and this, that, and the third. So it was a lot of me intaking, because as a frontman, I'm very to myself. So like I'm more of like a listener when I meet new people, so I kind of get an idea of the
Oh, so you're
person.
like shy. You're shy then. Yeah.
Yeah, so and then not only that, but I gotta make sure I don't make jokes about things that people aren't cool with. So I kind of helps me get an idea of people's senses of humor and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Because so but yeah, I was actually more like intrigued by the fact that like all this shit that these other guys have done, even just like the producer. So it was just a lot of me listening and intaking what was going on because I'm the young buck in the band. So
Now, you said the producer was in the UK and you did all this over Zoom? Is that right?
So not the producer, our video guy.
That's right.
So shout out to Brian Cox. He's actually doing visuals for Bring Me the Horizon on their tour that they're just about to start right now. Um,
Shit.
but he was living in the UK because he was working with them then, and then pandemic happened, so he wasn't allowed to come back to the States for a while. But yeah, literally the way we did our first video was literally he was set up on a laptop, fucking basically barking orders while fucking the guy that this other guy that he knew was shooting it for us at this location that we had out in LA, and it was fucking sick, man. We had these big ass LED screens with fucking shit programmed to the music playing. It was fucking wild, man. It was
Who pays
interesting.
for all that stuff? Do you guys pay for all that? The everything? You would think that'd be really expensive. Is it?
Oh, it is.
I
Oh, it
mean,
is.
I was
man.
hoping that you were like, yeah, well, no, we had a discount or something, but
No, man. I
there's no
ain't.
discounts. There's no discounts.
Listen, man. I ain't a rich guy, man. Fucking. So
I mean,
but
even the rich guy's not rich. He's
but but we were recommended by our attorney early on. Because a lot of bands make the mistake of signing to labels early, and they get these
right.
shit
Yeah,
deals, and they don't own nothing to where
they
like
don't read the important stuff.
yeah, so he was like, What we got to do is we got to really just we got to just go and fucking beat it down, and even if that's fucking means we got to come out of our own pockets for everything, it's like we got to make sure we do it right, and we've come out of pocket for everything we've done so far, and
I think a lot of bands skip studio, doing stuff in the studio, especially nowadays, because it's expensive. It's really expensive, and with the way dolls and everything you can get, everybody's just doing it at home, and it sounds just as good, if not better, because it's your music. You know what you want it to sound like. You don't have to tell someone, and they go through their vision. Did you guys actually go to a physical studio and do it that way, or did you do some of it at home?
So, what our normal process is like, we'll write some shit and we'll send it all back and forth to each other, but for the most part, we're almost going in with like barely a skeleton. So like we'll go somewhere. And the thing that I like about that, because again, you're right, like, these days you really don't need to fucking go to some crazy ass studio to make a good song, and making a good song is subjective. So like I went to audio engineering school to learn about mixing and stuff, and
Oh
like
yeah,
it
I need some
really.
help. I need some help if you could help me.
Well, I didn't say I was good. I just said I went. But yeah, so you really, as long as you know what you're doing. I mean, there's really no right way to make a song sound good. Just kind of fucking, as long as it does, it does. And
Okay.
but the thing I've liked about our process is just who we've worked with and their input and their ideas, because they've helped in the songwriting processes. So like, so we have our batch of music with Sahaj Ticketin, but then we also have newer music with Matt Good, who's also same deal, has done Hollywood and Dead, Asking Alexandria, and getting those guys' inputs on songwriting. That also just plays a big part.
Nuts. Yeah. It's. I mean, I wouldn't be able to like. I mean, because that's like that. Those are really huge bands. They're working with really huge bands, and like if somebody was talking to me like that, and be like, this is how you can make it better. I'm like, I'd just be like, the whole time, like, why is he talking to me? I'm not that caliber at all. That's just. Yeah. Were you kind of awestruck like that at all? Like any of you when
I
working
mean,
with people like that?
I mean, definitely, man. Like I said, like when we first were doing that stuff with Sahaj, I mean, literally, like fucking Lejean from Seven Dust was coming over his house like after our sessions, and it like
Crazy.
to do shit together, and
Smoking blunts and
again, it's
stuff?
just like it's crazy to hear about. Or like he had like a guitar in his space that was fucking that belonged to Nikki Sixx,
Oh
and
man.
and just like all kinds of crazy stories. But at the same time, I'm also in that same boat of, it's like when you're younger, they tell you to play football or whatever with the older kids because it'll help
Yeah,
make you better. It's like,
make you
well, I
tougher.
don't.
Yeah.
So it's like I take that stuff as like oh yeah, like if I want to be at that level, I gotta hold it to that level. So it's like, I try not to be too hard on myself, but at the same time, I know I gotta strive for the best thing possible if I want to fucking even come close to doing what the fuck those guys are doing. I'm not allowed to curse, right? I feel like I said
Oh yeah,
fuck like
it's
Yeah.
1,000
YouTube. Do
times
whatever the
already.
fuck you want. No,
Yeah.
Harmon was one of those guys that you probably played against. I mean, because he's been big since he came out of the womb.
Yeah.
I'm not making fun of you, Harmon. Don't snap me in half. Don't.
No, that's all good. Just wait till I get in person. That's all. Give you a big bear hug.
Oh.
Oh,
I sent you a thing last night. Are you not interested in that show? I'll buy you a ticket if you want to go.
Yeah, I will look at it. Yeah. What's the date?
I don't know. I'd have to. I don't know. I'm trying to run a podcast here.
Oh.
it brings it up and it's like, hey
Yeah,
man,
it's
leave me
like
alone.
Well,
I'm busy.
I
Yeah.
wasn't prepared
Yeah.
for rebuttals. You want to go? Yes. That's good enough. I'll move on. Let me.
No, we gotta. I gotta make it interesting.
It's okay, Ire is from Pittsburgh area, and they were on the show way back when I was on Facebook, doing the show on Facebook, and I've seen them play twice, and they're met them and shit finally. But it's the Great American Ghost Tour, I guess, or no, Great American Ghost
They're a
with
good band.
156 Silence, Hazing Over, and A Moment in Pompeii. But Ire is the band from Pittsburgh. They're going to also be opening up for that show. It's November 20th at Preserving Underground. You should go.
That's sick, man. Yeah, I'm
Nice.
like,
Damien should fly out and come with us. We'll all
Pittsburgh's a straight shot from me, man. It's actually like right from where I'm at. It's like if I like have to go like anywhere past there and I'm driving, I go straight through, and Pittsburgh's
Yeah.
right along that way because you got that.
go. On down. I'll buy you a ticket too. I already got mine. I got mine last night. But I mean, let's see, 1, 2,
Well, yeah. Fuck with
5 bands. Guess how much? Okay, guess how much?
How much?
$20.
$15.
20.
$15 now. But I don't know if there's. It'll probably be sold out. I mean, that's a hefty bill. There's not a lot of space
Yeah.
in that place. Anyway, it's the basement of a church, so it's a badass venue. But 156 Silence, Hazing Over, Great American Ghost, Moment Pompeii, and Ire. Man, I was like, yep.
Well, yeah. Me and Damien will come down. We'll fucking
I'm not paying for
have
her
a good
too. I'll
time.
pay for you, but not for. I'm not. I can't. I don't make any money doing this, Harmon. Come
No,
on.
I said Damien. He's gonna go too.
Oh, Damien, I thought you said.
Well, she'll probably want to go too, but
Yeah, Well, this is guys' night.
okay. Well then,
I gotta go hang out with my friends.
yeah,
Girls are allowed to have girls' nights. I mean, what's the difference?
yeah.
Guys' night, damn it. Hey, Damien, let's play a song. Let's play
All right.
Hit and Run. Because that's the first one that I have on the thing. If you want to play that one first. Or you want to play any of the other ones first? It's up to you.
Let's do that one. That one's actually the most recent track we put out. So
Okay. Tell us a little bit
yeah.
about it. Is it about hitting and running somebody over?
It's funny. It's actually about fucking motocross, man. Because that's we actually made that song for a video game called MX vs ATV. So it's
Is it-
on that
Shit.
The
soundtrack.
new one is there a new one coming out or something? I saw.
Yeah, it came out recently. It's like MX vs ATV Legends. So
Have you played it?
Yeah, it's
It's better when you have Reddstar playing in the background, right?
yeah, man. Well, when you're kicking people off the bikes and shit,
Yeah.
hit and run. So
So it's on the game sound. I'm sorry, I keep hitting the table. I'm not used to that, but so it's on the game soundtrack then, correct?
yeah, that's literally what we made the song for. So like they hit us up, so that we were like, fuck it, let's do it.
Did they tell you what you need to like the lyrics should be about? Did they give you any kind of pointers?
I mean, yeah, I guess it like just relative to the game, and then that mixed with just not saying a whole lot of cursing and shit. So like I had to like really sit down and be like,
Hold back.
what do I say?
back.
But
That's probably tough to do, because I mean, like it's kind of like, well, I mean, we'll listen to it in a second, but like, I think this style of music is coming back. You're hearing more and more of it. We had Harmon was on with me when we had Denver's Fox Lake, and they're similar. I don't even like calling it rap metal, but that's what it is in ways, you know. But it's
Mhm.
it's that is it new metal? I mean, we were talking about on the last show about so many genres of genres. You know, there's genres.
It's just metal, Scott. Remember, we're not doing a subcategory.
Well, yeah, but I mean, when it's like a cross thing like this, you know, because he rhymes and there's
Yeah.
you know, so I guess it would be kind of like rap metal, but it's really not because it's different than what rap metal was.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you listen to, I mean, like Limp Bizkit, Rage Against the Machine, like they have essence of that, but they're still like they're metal. I wouldn't say that like it's just the way that they flow is it has characteristics of like hip hop and R&B and rap, but it's still like driven by metal.
Driven by Damien.
Yeah.
Driven by Damien.
Fuck
Let's
yeah,
listen to
man.
Hit and Run by Reddstar. Here we go. Check it out.
Hit and run now, I don't run now. Keep stacking, yeah, you seeing all the funds now. Wanna stunt now, pulling stunts out. Getting done, I ain't playing with you punks now. 'Cause if I'm gold, then I'm bold at the liver. And I don't really care about behind me with the silver. 'Cause if it keep turning, I'ma go and keep burning like a whipper with the burner on the track. I am a killer. And I know I'm hated, 'cause everybody's hated. Yeah, I'm leaving all of y'all behind. 'Cause I'ma take it by a landslide. I can't wait to see you try. Can't stand to get denied. There's nowhere to hide. I can't wait to see you try. Can't stand to get denied. There's nowhere to hide. Go! Wanna know who never gonna be last is? It's the one who never kissing the masses. 'Cause I'll never dish out any passes. But you trying to tell me you the fastest? Yeah, right, you're moving too tight. Your game is too light. You're losing this fight now. You all barking, never no fight. You capping on sight. You really all hype now. And I know I'm hated, 'cause everybody's hated. Yeah, I'm leaving all of y'all behind. 'Cause I'ma take it by a landslide. I can't wait to see you try. Can't stand to get denied. There's nowhere to hide. I can't wait to see you try. Can't stand to get denied. There's nowhere to hide. Go! Tell me who will fall now. I don't ever fall now. Tell me who will fall now. I ain't gonna stall now. Tell me who will fall now. I don't ever fall now. Tell me who will fall now. I ain't gonna stall now. I'ma go and ball out. Just another day to go and hit 'em with the call out. I can't wait to see you try. Can't stand to get denied. There's nowhere to hide. I can't wait to see you try. Can't stand to get denied. There's nowhere to hide. Go!
I can definitely see myself doing jumps on a virtual dirt track on like an ATV or dirt bike or something, kicking people, and listening to that.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very very good. That's a very good song. Yeah, I mean, do you see that, Harmon? Like, can you imagine yourself doing? I'm not in the shape that you're in. I mean, you would kill people, literally kill people.
No, yeah, it's like I said, it's really catchy. And I could picture, just everything you described prior. You know what I mean? Like motocross, plus like even like the atmosphere of like even like sand dunes type ride and stuff too. You know what I mean? Like really nice weather, but it's a dope track. And I was wondering, because Scott always knows I ask questions about influences.
Yes.
What is or who is your musical influences?
Oh man, I got a fucking laundry list, man. You
Like
know, it's
top five then.
top five. I would say Linkin Park. Um, and now I'm gonna say this stuff, but that doesn't necessarily mean like all of our music sounds like this. But
Yeah, yeah.
Disturbed, um, 3 6 Mafia, which is like a rap group.
Yes,
Hmm.
scissor.
Um,
Sipping on some
yeah.
scissor. I love
Yeah.
that album.
That's like top three, easy. Stained was always like
Oh,
a
I love
big
Sting.
influence. And then I'd probably throw Kid Rock in there, you know. So
Nice.
I kind of hear some Kid Rock in there now that you say that. Just
so
some-
yeah, I mean, like again, my list goes. I like so much different shit, man. I mean, even like in the recent couple years, like I've gotten really into country music too. So like
I was just gonna ask you, what do you listen to that has, that's like total opposite of what you guys do? But yeah, country
Yeah.
would be it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, I love. You know, what's funny, man, is like where I grew up in New Jersey, right? Like you wouldn't like when people think New Jersey, they don't think like woods and like fucking
Concrete.
bonfires
It's
and
all
like
concrete. I've been to Trenton and it's concrete.
yeah. So where I'm from, it's like it's like the sticks, like, and it's like. And it literally like I used to think it was funny because like in the morning like the Weather Channel would have like this one town and then it would show the next town and it would just skip like there'd be nothing in the section where I lived. It was just like didn't even have the name of the fucking town. Like it was like the first big thing that was built there was a Walmart, man. So it's like
I think that,
and,
that goes for every small town in the
yeah,
U.S. You know.
and
Yeah.
I used to resent it, man. I used to fucking hate it. And like then I don't know, as I got older, I just realized I'm like
Did you get a job at the Walmart?
yeah, I got a job at the Walmart. I'm like, this is who I am. I am a Walmart.
This is me.
creator.
This is me. There's no going to L.A. There's no. I'm going to be the top grocery cart getter guy. There's some
But,
people that have aspirations like that. You know, you gotta respect
but,
those people.
but yeah, man. I mean, I love fucking Jason Aldean and Cody Jinks, who does like outlaw country. Like
How
I
about
love
Tyler
a lot of.
Childers. You like him? Tyler Childers?
Yeah.
He's a shit.
Fucking I've so I mean that's like I guess the like as far as like opposite goes, but it's funny because it kind of the next track that you'll play, I guess that's kind of an idea of like maybe a direction we might lean more towards. I guess it's got more of like a southern rock vibe. I guess.
It does. Yeah,
So
it's that. Yeah, that's. I was kind of wondering too. I usually, like Harmon was saying, I usually leave him that question to ask about influences because he can hear things better than I can when it comes to genres and listening to the music and stuff, and he can pick out. I can't think that fast. It's just like rapping. I can't freestyle or anything because I just can't think that fast. It takes me forever to even write a song because I'm just like, I don't know what I want to talk about. I'm just, So,
but it's funny because like even though Linkin Park's like is really a big influence of mine, I feel like a lot of bands try to go that route that do like the rap rock shit, and that's not what I want to do at all with this. Like we kind of
you think Reddstar would ever do acoustic?
yeah, I mean we thought about it. I mean we like again we have like fucking the one track. We have tracks with all singing, so I mean it's not off the table. That's definitely something that we wouldn't be opposed to doing at all.
Yeah, you're like if you're on tour and say you have an off night, and you just randomly show up at a coffee shop and they're like, "You guys want to play some music?" You got to be able to bust out the acoustics, and you just be like, "Yeah, we could definitely do coffee shop music." I don't know why I did that like that, but
Yeah, no, I think it'd be cool, man. I feel like I got so many ideas of just of where we want to go, and like I feel like this first batch of music, like if you've noticed it all, it's kind of all over the place, but I think it was also kind of our experiment to kind of see what people fuck with more, and then that's kind of where and like figure out as a band like what we want to do moving forward. And
that's awesome. You can do that too because you're talented enough. You have the abilities to do some different things, like you're saying, and see what people like, and then you can go with that, I guess, or go whichever way you want to go. But that's not all bands can do that. All bands are just, or not all bands, but like some bands are just they have just metal or just country or just rap. They don't have the ability to do all those different genres, on one thing, and that's pretty badass, I think.
Well, I think it's also just, just being open-minded to it too, man. Because I've played in previous bands where, like, guys were just like, no, this is how it's got to be, and we got to do it like this. And yeah, and, I feel like the difference with this group is, like, we're all just kind of like, because same deal, everybody likes all kinds of different shit that it's like, hey, like, fucking, we make something, and it sounds sick. I mean, fuck, man, this track we got in the pipeline, man, it don't even sound nothing like all the stuff we got. It's like, it's funny because the story behind this, to give you guys an idea, the next song that we're going to put out, our producer, Matt, he like just threw it to us, the instrumental, and was like, here, I made this. You guys want to fuck with it? And I thought it was going to be some shit like we have, and it was nothing like that. And then we ended up making it, and he even was like, man, this song is actually fucking catchy as shit, man. He was like, I didn't think it was gonna come out this good. It's like, oh, thanks, man, for the fucking backhanded compliment.
It's not out yet, right?
It's not even out yet. It's
gonna send it to me. I would have played it 10 seconds of it.
Oh man, it's different, man. But I fuck with it. I don't know. Dude, like when I'm just driving, I can't even listen to the same genre for too long. It's like I'm like this, like ADHD when it comes to fucking listening to music, man.
I mean, things get old after a while. When I'm mowing the grass, when I'm driving, I'm usually not paying attention to the road at all. I'm emailing and social media. It's a podcast. I got a shit ton of stuff to do. But like when I'm mowing the grass, I'll listen to like I want to listen to the entire album. If it's somebody I've had on the show or whatever, I'll try to listen to the entire album. And then I'll just get. It's not that I get sick of it, them or. It's the genre, like I gotta switch it to something else. So I can feel you on that. It's like, so I usually just make a playlist, but then I'll stop the mower, and edit the playlist because I'm not
mid cut.
I'm not the same realm that I was before I went to mow the grass. I mean, it's just it's all over the place. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm kind of opposite. I do once I find like something that's out. That I'm like that puts like I kind of like last year, like when Static X put their new album out, I played that and then I went back to all their old shit and I listened to that for like months. You know what I mean?
Something really funny. I was listening to Static X at the fucking gym today, and I did the same exact thing. I'll fucking tell you verbatim what I did. I listened to some old shit. I was listening to some Shadow Zone. Yeah. And I listened to some Wisconsin Death Trip. And then I was like, let me throw back on the new one again. And then because I love the song Hollow off the new one.
Yep. Yeah.
And I saw them live with the Rob Zombie tour recently, and that was
no shit.
Badass.
Yeah, I like what they're doing with that guy.
Well, that's I think the frontman now is Absol Dope from Dope.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, and
I think he does a good job with it, man. So it's cool that they're keeping it alive. Actually, fun fact, my guitar player Mike, before Wayne passed, he actually toured with Wayne Static, fucking like when he was just doing his own thing and wasn't with.
Okay, that Pig Hammer album, right?
Yeah, so he did a tour where it was Wayne Static, his band, which was this band called Nine Electric, and El Nino when Christian was still in the band.
Okay.
So fucking forever ago, basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he had a relationship with Wayne, actually.
That's dope. Yeah, for real. That's when I know we talk a lot, but that's like my biggest influence of any of the music that I do. If it wasn't for listening to him in '99, hearing Push It after Ozfest, I wouldn't listen to music this heavy or even create anything. Everything that's.
Yeah, you would. Yeah, you would.
I don't think I would. I wouldn't be involved in music that much at all. I think that like seeing them play. Yeah, I mean, I didn't see him play that year. My friend came home. He was like, "Yeah, my brother took me to this show," and I was like, "What was it?" He's like, "Ozfest." I'm like, "What the fuck is that?" He's like, "Oh, dude, all these bands get together. They play this music," and he's like, "Check this band out. I think you'll love them." He played Push It, and I was like, what was that again? I'm like, play it again. I probably listened to the whole fucking album, nonstop, and I was like, I got to leave. I got to go buy the album. And then I was done and hooked for life. And then my favorite track they put out recently, Terminator Oscillator. That's the
Yeah.
fucking heaviest track I've heard. Like, I don't know if anything can compare with that. It's just a fucking dope track, and they combine Wayne's vocals with Epsil's and Tony, the bass player. It's just a fucking amazing track, and I don't know. Like I said, it's cool though that you have all these connections with all these people. I guess the question of mine is, like Scott said, is like being like starstruck kind of, but not. Is do you take offense? Like, I know you're younger in that, so like you're taking it all in. I'll do the same thing. Anybody that has anything like up here, I'm like, I'm like a fucking computer. Just download it to me, you know. But is there anybody in the band that's like kind of defensive, or like if they give them like constructive criticism, do they take it well, or are they kind of like, what the fuck you telling me that for? Like, I think it sounds rad.
It's my
Because
band. It's my band.
because I mean I've been around that before, where it's like you don't like the information. It's like, but you're not receptive to the change that's actually going to make it better. So is there anybody that you work with?
It's called an a-hole.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bunghole.
Again, I feel like it's like, if I had to say, I would say maybe, because a lot of the writing is me and my guitar player Mike. So like Mike makes a lot of like the instrumentals. I write my own stuff, but then essentially what ends up happening a lot is when we get to the studio, it's like we take one piece of an instrumental that is written and we basically almost write a whole new fucking song to it. It's like, and create a whole new song. So, I mean, I would say, but again, it comes with like these guys being a little more seasoned than I am. I think they can take punches harder, because when we first started making stuff, I swear to God, because it was the pandemic, we didn't have nothing to do. We wrote like fucking 30, 40 songs. And man, we went in the studio and just got picked apart, man. Just fucking punched and beat down on like everything. But I feel like, again, I think like having thick skin is super important anyway, not just in music, but in life, you know? So like you got to learn how to take the punches, because a lot of people who get hit and they're like, well, fuck you, man. Like, I know what I'm talking about. Like, those people that are thick-headed like that, again, it might work in some instances, but a lot of times you don't realize like what could be better until you open your mind up to being like,
those people are still stuck where they were. They haven't gone anywhere because they don't listen.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, people that have been around the industry, I guess. You know, and that's that.
Yeah, because I mean, it's even, dude, it's something as simple as fucking. I mean, I'm sure this. I don't want to like jump into later segments here, but it's
fine,
like it's like fucking the whole hot dog thing, man. It's like, you know,
we're gonna have to do that now. You know, so go ahead and just lead us into that segment. I mean, you do that, you know.
So I was told ahead of time that there's a wiener segment in this, but it's not X-rated. It's hot dogs. Like,
no, yeah, it's the kind you eat, but you can't even say it like that. You can't even say it's the kind you eat, because some people be like,
it's the kind that you could buy at the store that's
or anywhere
ready to go.
Yeah, grill and
grill them.
Go ahead and segue us into this hot dog segment.
But you know, it's like that. It's like, hey, like, you know, some people are just like, hey, this is how I like my fucking hot dogs. I'm done. This is the only way I'm gonna eat it. Like, if you put anything on it or you give it to me a different way, I don't fucking want it.
I just thought of something great here, Damien. on your metal hot dog, okay, music wise, on your metal music hot dog, you know, the base, the bun is metal, okay.
Okay.
But of course, you got to add the wiener. I know, wiener. You got to add the wiener. The wiener is just the band, I guess. So, what's your toppings, music wise? Is that confusing? Is that a confusing question?
Yeah, hold on. You got to break it down for me. I'm not. So
I don't even know what I'm talking about, honestly. But I mean, like, I'm just trying to
metal dicks.
What?
Yeah, you asked me what metal dicks I want to look at?
Yeah, so he's like, what's metal dicks? I'm like,
what's
what?
Your metal dick gonna look like? What?
Yeah.
I didn't say that. Come on, man. You just want to be on the clip.
Yeah. I'm trying to make one. I've been in enough shows. I got to hit a clip there.
Right, I'll work on that question and I'll email you or something. On your actual hot dog that you eat, not wieners, hot dog, like, you know, with the buns and stuff.
Like
toppings. What do you like on your hot dogs?
I'm gonna be real boring, man. I'm pretty much just a hot dog and ketchup, man. Occasionally mustard. I mean, like,
what do you
that's
got
like
against toppings. What do you got against toppings, man?
Listen. All right, I'm gonna shoot down my own statement that I was saying before. It's okay. If someone was like, listen, man, this is, you gotta fucking try it like this. I'm not opposed to trying it, but I know where I'm at. I know it's like hamburgers, man. I know exactly what I want,
I mean,
and
I did have somebody on that only eats hot dogs in social situations. They don't even eat them on their own. Like you go to lunch. You're at work. You go to lunch, and you feel like having some wieners. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But I mean, how do you only eat hot dogs in social situations? How often does that happen? That doesn't happen very often.
He doesn't like them then. That's why.
Oh, he loves wieners.
Maybe.
yeah. I mean, oh man, this is like going in 5 different directions.
Well, yeah, that's the way the show goes. I mean, you just gotta. How do you think Joe Rogan got big, or Howard Stern? Nothing to do with it.
Fuck it.
So just ketchup. I'm with you on that because growing up, I wasn't. Don't put any crap and onions on there. Don't put any chili. No, just ketchup. But put enough on there because like there's a place around here that you say you just want ketchup or ketchup and onions or whatever. They'll put a line of ketchup, but it's the thinnest line of ketchup ever. So like you can taste it, but barely. Like you don't taste it at all. So it's put some freaking ketchup on there. You know.
Yeah, like I'll put it this way. So like I was saying, so hamburgers, right? If I'm at a barbecue, you just hand me a fucking hamburger with just fucking ketchup. I'm good.
What if it has everything on it and you can't control that? Are you gonna eat it?
It depends.
Are you gonna be that guy that picks things off of the bun?
Well, I was gonna lead into this, but at the same time, when I was just out in LA, when we were doing our whiskey show, got fucked up because the job was done.
Because it's whiskey. I mean, well, whiskey. You would think that they have whiskey there,
Yeah, they got whiskey and they got a lot of other stuff. But anyway, so fucked up. We roll up to a Carl's Jr. because that's the only thing that's fucking open. And I got a thing. I swear to God, it was called like a hot Carl or some shit, and it was a double cheeseburger.
That sounds like one of those sexual positions that kids make up.
Yeah.
Donkey punch.
And it was a double cheeseburger with fucking like lettuce and like some Thousand Island dressing or some shit.
That's a Reuben.
Never would I'm fucked up though. I'm just like, fuck, give it to me. I ate it. It was great. I felt way worse after the fact, but sure. I liked it. So I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm opposed to shit. It's just I'm not gonna go out of my way to put everything on my hot dog.
Right? Yeah. You're not gonna personally top it with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I went to Rock on the Range over in Columbus, Ohio, a few years ago. Tool and Perfect Circle, everybody. But I remember one night we went downtown afterwards, and there's some random, they just have food trucks everywhere in Columbus, and there was some guy with a cart. It wasn't a hot dog cart though. I'm thinking like, yeah, score hot dog, just drunk food, No, this dude was like, I mean, he was frying chicken. He had it was like a Mexican guy, so it was like fajitas and shit. But you couldn't order just anything. You couldn't just order what you wanted, topping wise. You got everything. I ate it because I was hungry and and I don't know what was on it, but it was good. There were some things I didn't like, but I ate it anyway.
Yeah,
I think there was pickles and there or something that tastes like pickles. I don't like pickles at all, or mushrooms or anything like that. There's something in there that wasn't agreeing, but I ate it anyway. I mean, it was agreeing enough to where food, hungry food.
That's how it is sometimes.
That's enough about wieners and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever said that on the show. Enough about wieners. Enough about wieners, Herman.
Yeah.
That's what it'll be next. So Outlaws is different. You said that it is kind of different. What's the lyrics about? Just
I mean, in a nutshell, it's just about being an outcast and being different. A lot of our music is a lot about individuality and just fucking, I don't know, without being corny, being yourself. Without fucking saying the same old shit, but. Yeah, I don't know. I this is like the first track that we made where it's kind of like in a nutshell me touching on roots in a way of like where I'm from and just what people don't fucking realize or fucking think of when they think of New Jersey, But hey, then again, Aaron Lewis makes country music and he's from fucking Massachusetts, So I mean, if he can do it, I can do it, So.
Mike. I knew Mike would be late to the chat, Harmon. Mike's my buddy. He's the responsible person for this wiener segment. Okay, he's a connoisseur of wiener. Well, hot dogs.
Okay.
And I won't get too much into it, but he just said no chili. I guess he's asking you, Damien, no chili on your hot dog. Not everybody likes chili, Mike. Not everybody.
I mean, I'd give it a shot, but I'm not gonna say I've had it before. You know, so
Harmon, I'm gonna have to take some. I need some like virtual self-defense classes, or how can I? Because Mike's a big dude. I'm gonna just grab him and be like, listen, the wiener segment's yours. You get on the show and you ask these questions. If he's sitting right here, he could just ask him about the chili. Why do I have to relay the message through chat?
you can call in. It'll be the
Yeah.
yes.
Caller number 10.
I kind of like that he doesn't come in the show though. He messages in because he's right. He's like I said. It's like the fucking what was it? The not Dazed and Confused, but the movie with Dave. No, they have the guy that sleeps on the couch. That's Mike. He's on the couch in the other room.
Friday, right?
Is it Friday or is it
Half Baked? You said
that's it, Half Baked. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, but that's Mike. He's sitting in the other room and he's asking questions and he's relaying them.
The guy on the couch because I can't even sit on the couch because he's there all the time.
But,
Thank God he's working though. He's working, but he works weird hours. It's strange. Like I'll still be up doing something, probably podcast wise, since I'm the only one. And he'll get up and be like, yeah, I'm getting ready for work. I'm like, what? It's only 4:45. I don't know. Let's take a listen to Outlaws by Reddstar. This song is pretty cool. It is different, but I love it.
Don't care about what I've become. Everybody thought that I'd be done. Don't ever need no sympathy. Playing the game until we won. Always asking where the hell we from. Telling me I'm never gonna be none. Oh, now you're really so sick of me. Take a shot, I don't mean guns. They'll never understand it, but this is where I landed. I've been alone for a while, now worried about my flaws. They say that I'm abandoned, no, trying to tell me I must go. Pack my bags, I'm on the road. Catch me running with the outlaws. Catch me running with the outlaws. Might hang around in that old bar. Might sit around with my guitar. Who cares about what you think of me? Everyone knows I go hard. Might sip right out of that glass jar. Might whip around in that fast car. Oh, you got a problem with drinking, please? I don't care if I go far. They'll never understand it, but this is where I landed. I've been a loner for a while, not worried about my flaws. They say that I'm abandoned, no, trying to tell me I must go. Pack my bags, I'm on the road. Catch me running with the outlaws. They'll never understand it, but this is where I landed. I've been a loner for a while, not worried about my flaws. They say that I'm abandoned, no, try to tell me I must go. Pack my bags, I'm on the road. Catch me running with the. They'll never understand it, but this is where I landed. I've been a loner for a while, not worried about my flaws. They say that I'm abandoned, no, try to tell me I must go. Pack my bags, I'm on
That's rad.
I
I don't
fucking love that track though. That's
I don't want to be caught running with the Outlaws though. I mean, I'm afraid to.
that I like that track though. When I first like heard the playlist, I love that. Like I said, that track. The verses, there's something about like the kick and the snare part of that. That's just it's so catchy. You know what I mean? Plus the flow that you have, like the melody that you're putting over top of that.
Mhm.
I don't know. It's just like I said, that's probably my favorite track.
It
So I
does
was, I
have
was kind
Kid Rock vibe though, a little bit.
yeah,
You
but
know,
it's
Kid Rock
like
or something like that.
yeah, there's a nice bounce to it. Like I said, it's just one of those things that you could just sit there and nod your head to it. It's voice sounds great, music sounds great. It's just a dope track all around.
Yeah, and I
I don't
think
want to.
just
I'm
I
sorry. Go
think
ahead.
just like keeping shit simple too, man. Like again, like I like intricate shit, but at the end of the day, man, like people don't want to have to really think too hard about listening to music, man. So it's like I feel like I don't know, simplicity is key. So like a lot of it's really repetitive, but I don't know. I just like making shit like that, and again, like that's the first track that we did where I was like that, and then I kind of wish I sent you guys this other one instead of the third track, but it's kind of like the first one of the first tracks that I was like, all right, I think we kind of have an idea of where we want to
I
lean
can change it
towards.
though. If you want me to change it, I can change it.
It, I mean, hey, I mean, I don't. If you can fucking just pull some shit up, I'd be cool with that too because we want to keep that same energy, you
Is it
know.
on? It's on Apple, I'm sure, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was because I sent you Outsiders, but I kind of
Yeah, tell me.
that one's okay to me, but I fuck with another one that we have called Bad Decisions. That one's like
Yes, I like that song. Yes.
Yeah,
Glad
that
you
one's
said
my
that.
my bread and butter. That between that and Hit and Run, when we play those tracks live, man, it's fucking
I did see
punches,
something
man.
on. I believe it was. I believe it was Instagram. Um, something where you guys were playing live, and it was badass. Like everybody was into it. Everybody just, you know, involved. Like involved with what you guys were doing. It was crazy. I was like, this is like I wanted to be there. I'm like, oh, I'm like,
that was at the whiskey though, right? The whiskey go go. That's when
Yeah,
that was.
that was the last thing we did. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was like beginning of the month. So
I don't know why this is crazy. What's I don't want to run out of time. We'll play this song here in a second. But what do you guys have coming up? Music, concert wise or show wise, and or even album single wise.
yeah, we got another show that we're gonna do again at the Whiskey in December. So that one we've yet to announce the lineup for that, but we've been letting everybody know that we're
So
doing another
what's
one.
the lineup? What's the lineup for that?
Well, we don't got nothing confirmed right now. We got an idea. We got a
Yeah,
base, but we don't have that officially locked up yet. But
yeah,
it's
yeah. You
definitely.
can't.
But yeah, between that,
Me and Harmon will come out to that one for you. We'll come out.
fuck yeah,
Harmon will
man.
buy. He'll buy the plane ticket and everything.
We'll
I'll
just
buy
take.
the one. I'll buy the one in Pittsburgh. Okay.
Yeah.
You reciprocate with Finest LA. I'll buy I'll buy the ticket. Just
All right.
get us there.
Road trip.
Get us
Road
there.
trip.
Shit, dude. That's like what 4 days? It would take us
Yeah.
4 days to get out there.
Oh
We'd be,
man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
not
but
interviewing people.
besides that, yeah, it's just putting out fucking a lot of music, and we got a crazy announcement that I don't. I was told it's gonna be announced this year before the year's over,
You're not
but
gonna announce it now,
I can't, man.
man. Come on.
I can't. But I'm
Give me
telling
a
you, when
fake
people
announcement. Give me
when
a fake
people see
announcement.
it, they're gonna be like, oh shit, these guys aren't playing around.
No,
I'll put it
but I don't
like
think
that.
I think we kind of know that now. Based on who you worked with,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
everything you've done.
Nah,
I mean,
that's
you're not playing
listen,
around.
listen, man. We could say this, that, and the third, man, but with like fucking, we gotta walk the walk too. So
And you're doing it. You're doing this kind of music at the right. Like I said earlier, you're doing this at the right time. Because this style it kind of went down. After Limp Bizkit kind of faded away and when it went into their sappy whatever they were doing, and just that style just kind of went away for a little bit. Then Linkin Park kind of brought it back up, and then it kind of died again. But I think it's coming back. I really do because a lot of bands. Well, Fox Lake. That's the first time I've heard that style in a long time was when I had Fox Lake on.
yeah.
And then he sends me you guys, and I'm like, it's coming back. It's coming. I think
And
it
sh-
is making a return.
And
So you
shout
guys
out to Fox Lake too, man, because they're fucking sick.
those
I've been
guys.
knowing about that band. They're
Yeah.
they're fucking they're like it like I love fucking. I mean, I'm from the East Coast, man, so I love angry aggressive shit, man.
Yeah.
Like when I go to shows like that, there's got to be a balcony or something because there's always crowd killing going on. But
Yeah, yeah, you
fucking,
can't pay attention if there's somebody like.
I love that shit, man. And what they're doing is sick, man. Shout out to Foxley for real.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna go ahead and do my things coming up, and then we'll listen to the Change of Plans song, which I have. But I'm excited. I get excited about every show. Harmon knows this. I loved on to Keep Me Alive. It's I didn't ever think it would get to this point. You're episode 141. So and
yeah.
last night I saw my guest from episode 21. Long time, like over 2 years ago, for the first time since then. I've talked to him, and stuff over and over. But he was at the open mic last night, and I put a little video on Instagram earlier today. You probably saw it. But it's Barefoot, and he's going to come back and play at some point. But anyway, it's just so much fun on the show. Well, the first time I went to another country, well, not just virtually, was Finland, and I was so nervous, dude. I was like. But the freaking band was awesome. They were called the Rascal Feast, and I talk about them a lot just because that was my first international guest, I guess. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for the first time on Saturday, I will be going to France. A band called Fear of Tomorrow, but that's what I was doing when I was turning around. I didn't have the marquee stuff ready, Harmon. So that's a long name to get ready on the letters. So, but I have it together now. But Fear of Tomorrow from Metz, France, which I think is in the northern part of France, will be on Saturday at 1 o'clock. And Bo will be back to co-host with me, and he'll be bringing his neighbor or somebody that lives around him that speaks fluent French. There's a French professor. So we're going to have him on deck as a translator. So that'll be interesting. So I'm excited. That's going to be a cool show. I've talked a little bit to one of the guys from Fear of Tomorrow last night. Just about random things. I ran over a raccoon last night. I just told him that just to tell him something. I actually stopped. Okay, I stopped. It's pouring the freaking rain down. It's storming like hell. But I saw it. You can see its eyes. Like in your headlights. And I didn't know what it was until I got up on it. It was a possum. It wasn't a raccoon. It was a possum. Regardless, so I almost stopped, right? And it's looking at me. I beat the horn. I gave it a warning. I gave that fucker a warning. I gave him a warning to go. Move on, because this is not where you don't want to mess with me, kind of thing. Well, I thought he moved on across the road. Well, when I kept going, I heard boom, boom, and I felt a little bump, and I was like, poor guy. I warned him. So that's what I told the guy last night.
So you guys locked eyes before you killed him.
Yeah.
He locked eyes with me. I gave him a fair warning. I gave him a beep, and the beep. He made a choice. He made a choice, and maybe that's
he was challenging you.
No. I think that's what he wanted. That's what he wanted to do. So I mean,
listen here, bud. I don't think you want to see God tonight. But you're gonna. If you stay right there.
It's better than a deer, and Harmon knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Deer destroy vehicles around here everywhere, and we don't run into them. They run into us. It's their fault.
Oh yeah, man. They're all over the place.
We do. They don't get insurance for that shit, and most of them die. Most of them. And West Virginia has a law where it's, well, I don't know about law. It's legal any roadkill. Like I could have picked up the possum. I didn't want to. I don't even know what I would do cooking wise, but you're allowed to, even if it's been sitting there for days on the road, you're allowed to pick up roadkill, take it home.
Oh shit!
No consequences. Yep. I don't know why you would want to do that, especially if something's been laying there and the crows have been picking at it, or vultures or whatever it is. But apparently it's legal. You're allowed to do that. I don't know. I just want to go lay some roadkill out, in this general area, and just put a deer camera up just to watch and see who comes and picks it up. You never know about your neighbors until you put them on camera. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Well, I'll tell you what, they definitely don't know how to hunt if they're trying to pick up roadkill.
Well, I mean, that's the easy way to do it. I mean, yeah, why bother with the license? I almost lived beside Harmon here recently.
Almost, yep.
But he sold the house out from under me. No, Harmon lives a significant, well, not really significant, but about 4 hours, something like that, away.
Yeah, about that.
Up near Philly State College. So I was like, you know, it'd be better if we just lived next to each other because he's collabing with me on some songs that I'm doing, and you know, just be easier that way, you know. Well, he's like, well, the house next door is for sale. I'm like, cool, all right. I didn't have time to even like look it up or look at it because he was on the show the next night. I featured him on a show recently because he had some new music come out, and he's like, by the way, bad news. Some guy bought that house. I'm like, great. I'm gonna move in with Damien, or not in with, but you know, like near. I didn't want to live beside you anyway, Herman. I really didn't. You know.
I didn't think so.
Too close. You would bother me every day. Let's go lift weights, man. No.
Well, I'll be training you for Mike.
I don't lift weights.
You got that wingspan though.
I got a hell of a wingspan. I can reach.
He's like a fucking eagle.
Let's say you could take off when you got to.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a flight risk. See what I did there?
Yeah.
I don't want to lose time. Let's play. What did you?
Bad decisions, right?
Yeah, bad decisions.
Is this about good decisions? Is this the
Well,
opposite of
it's kind of like your story about running over that possum. So you know, I'm sure your car or truck smelled real nice after that. So
I didn't smell it. I mean, I'll smell it later. I'll let you know. But yeah, that's what it's about, though. A possum running over a possum.
I mean, for this show, it is. You know, we're making it relatable.
Yeah, it's whatever you think it might be about. Maybe somebody can relate to it. I mean, that's how I write stuff. I don't know. I'm not ready for this because I was ready for Outsiders, but
Hey, listen, man.
Now
we're live.
Yeah, go on the flow.
Do it.
We are live, and I gotta quit fumbling every word. Here we go. Let's listen to Bad Decisions. Here we go.
Yeah.
Pick it up now! So go and tell me what's the object, cause what they really be wanting is so complex. And I'm sick and tired of the process. I just do it for the liquor and some rough sex. And now they saying I'm a bad guy with some bad times. I don't even ask why till they ask why. Look me in my damn eyes, fuck it, I'm high. I will never deny this is my life. This is how I will live. Nothing that I will give will help you benefit. Just tell them deal with it. Don't care about bad decisions. Not here for recognition. I know it's hard to swallow all of these problems that I'm probably causing now. Guess you may be getting really upset now, thinking it's because I'm just a tough threat now. You be sounding all like you a cuss at wow. Off next now with the rough neck style, giving no fucks, living like a rock star, counting big bucks. I got pussy everywhere, homie, so what? You will never catch me with my mouth shut. Never got stuck, pushing my luck. This is how I will live. Nothing that I will give will help you benefit. Just tell them deal with it. Don't care about bad care about bad decisions. Not here for recognition.
I'm glad we switched to that one. That's the one I put on the story last night for the show tonight. And I was listening to it, like, while I was posting the story, because it just played over and over in spots, and I was trying to pick a good spot, and I had to pick that. Well, you heard it, the spot at the end where you're just rhyming about something, and I was like, yeah, this is cool. This is
Man, that part when you start saying something, man, I was like,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, every time, every band I've had on, crazy. This shit is so good. It's. I wish you guys the best of luck. In your endeavors. You're gonna go somewhere. It's good shit. You're going at the right time. I think. In my opinion, it's coming back. I think it really is. There's a lot of bands. Not a lot of bands doing it, but the ones that are awesome. Like you guys, Fox Lake. That's the only two I can think of right now. The up and coming bands. But yeah, you guys are very talented. And I wish you the best of luck. It's gonna be. I think you got good things coming to you.
I appreciate it, man, and I appreciate you, taking the time out to fucking talk about wieners and songs and stuff. So,
hey, that's what I do, man. That's what I do. That's part of the. I gotta please everybody.
Oh man.
Tell the other guys that we missed them and they're welcome back on the show. Let's bring you back on and we'll talk about. Wiener. We got to see what kind of wieners they like. We can't just stop with you. I mean,
yeah, man. I mean, hey, they might not even like wieners. I don't know. Maybe they do.
Well, we don't know. We'll never know until they talk about their wieners, their own wieners.
I'll text them after this. I'll be like,
what? No. I mean, it'll be a surprise.
oh.
Especially if, just
for the next time.
Tell them not to watch the show. Just hit subscribe on the channel and just bypass the show. we didn't talk about that. No, but they're welcome to come back. I would love to meet them, and we'll make it happen. Me and Harmon will fly out to your show at the Whiskey A Go Go on what's the date?
That I gotta re-get it. It's. I know it's in the middle of December. I'm not being a good
middle of December. We'll be out there a week early to hang out with the band and.
It'll be enough time for people to come in, get fucked up, and then go do Christmas shit. So we'll put it that way.
A week ahead of time. Me and Harmon will come out a week ahead of time. We'll stay at the Hilton in downtown Los Angeles on Harmon.
Yeah.
Since I'm paying for the Pittsburgh show, it's only fair to reciprocate. That's the way things are supposed to work in a friendship. I think I don't have that many friends, but.
I got you.
Damien, thank you so much for coming on and representing Reddstar very, very well. But except for the wieners, I got to know what they like on their wieners, or if they even eat wieners. I mean, anyway, we'll get to the bottom of that at some point. But come back on the show and keep me posted on what you guys are up to. Where you're just gonna be. If you're gonna be around here, around West Virginia or Pittsburgh, that area, let me and Harmon know. We will be there. Harmon will pay for it.
Sounds good, man. Thank you.
He owes me. No, very nice meeting you, man. If you got like 5 minutes, we'll talk to you after I kill the live stream, after I play the song here, and I'm gonna change the marquee to the very, very long Fear of Tomorrow thing. I don't know if I bumped that around. I think the show went smooth tonight, Harmon. Did it go smooth?
Yeah, no freeze framing, and you didn't lose connection, so we're good.
Perfect. Well, so Damien's welcome back on Saturday at 1 for the next show. He's my good luck charm. I'm gonna play. This is more of a local sort of band. This band's from West Virginia. They're from Parkersburg, West Virginia, which is not too far from here, maybe an hour or so west, over by Ohio, and they're called Ghost Home. And they were on a very, very early episode of Acute Mania Live, also back when I was on Facebook, and they were wasted. They were in the middle of moving. They were moving houses, and they had a big Hooters banner on their wall, and they were drinking Budweiser the whole episode. It was awesome. I was talking to Jason Boyle the other night about getting them back on, so we'll try to get them back on. They're pushing out a lot of shit, but this is one of their newest songs. It's called Nothing, and it's something for sure. I'm gonna change the marquee to this song, and we'll see you Saturday at 1 p.m. with Fear of Tomorrow from France, with Bo and unnamed translator. I don't know his name yet. So We'll see you then. Thanks
And
for
local
joining us.
neighbor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks for joining us. We'll see you. Thanks, Damien.